Woo-woo. Alrighty. Here we go. Oh, it is. Uh-oh. Yay! Notification went out. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Fantastic. All right, here we go. Let me fix a little something. I am just, hey, Manishka, how are you? There we go. We've got it. Okay, I don't know what all of this is. Did I get it? Okay. I have been working since like 6:45 this morning. Yay. And I look so, I got like, I probably shouldn't have this. I don't know why I look so, well, I know why. I know why, I'm not stupid. Just tired and exhausted, right? This is me just, not getting lots of sleep or anything like that. So, alrighty. So the first thing that I got today, when doing, hold on, I'm going to pin that. When getting ready was, it was so funny. It was like it literally came through, no proof in the pudding. Like that's what I got, no proof in the pudding. Like the evidence is not there is the way that it came across to me. And so I was like, that's too good. And I was like, I just put that as the title. I was like, okay, well, let's see where this is going to go. So, pardon me. I know I need to brush my hair. For anybody who isn't aware, we are under a massive heat wave. There's like extreme weather to the point where like nationally there's like alerts going on where it's like employers cannot be having their people outside in some of these conditions. It's oof. When I say it's oof. Sorry. I don't know. This is what you do when you it has been rough. We'll just say having family here and not being able to do things on my own schedule and stuff like that. So like sometimes I don't have time to get all fancy-fied because I got to hurry up and get on here and do this and then move on to the next thing. So there we go. All right, so let's just figure out what's up. There's no proof in the pudding. There's no evidence of something. Let's see what that's. My thing is cockeyed. I know you're all. Hey, Joe. No proof in the pudding. So let's take a look. Let's see I keep being called to the fallen angel oracle. So we're gonna start there. No evidence, no proof in the pudding. And it feels like I'm saying that to somebody. So to me, that would be the person I'm reading for is saying that, is putting that out there. Like there's no proof. Like no evidence of what is being said. They want me to, sorry, hold on. Okay. Now, let's get going. I feel like something is supposed to go in the middle of this because we have taking advice, right? Somebody more wizened than you on something. And then we have change in travel. Travel has been coming up a crap ton. But they're focusing on the word change today. So there's a level of like needing to get some guidance. This feels incomplete on a level of change or how to change something. And then we've got danger and turmoil over here. And I don't know if this is to avoid some level of danger or turmoil, or if this is, because it feels very separate. I'm feeling the need to separate the two of them. Like there's a link missing, because that doesn't seem to. Danger a second time comes out. I'm gonna put that there. Okay, so I was checking to see if this is the same number on Oracle card, because in some other Oracle decks they'll like Lenormand Lenormand. There's like the two men card. They are the same number. There's two of them, and so I was looking to see if this was going to be something where it's like, are they the same thing? They're not the same number, which means they're. And then they said two types of danger. Like one perceived and one real. And that's creating a level of anxiety or concern within you, inner turmoil, like real or perceived danger, upheaval, and caution. I just heard dun dun dun. Like somebody thinks like this sounds very dramatic. But that was also like a smart ass type of like, dun, 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 you know what I mean? And I'm going, okay. The way that they're going about it and presenting it is almost like, because I don't feel danger. I don't feel a seriousness with this. Upheaval and caution. There may be some level of like processing, guidance, mentoring you might need on a change that's occurring right now, or a change that you want to implement. It may create some level of, it's like try not to create some type of upheaval. Or there's a change that will create an upheaval. And that's why you need to get advice. That's why it's good to kind of run things past somebody. Okay, that feels a little more fitting. And then it's like there's a level of caution that you have because you're like, what's the real danger and what's the perceived danger? So there may be a change that you are either anticipating, wanting, desiring, or trying to implement that will create a level of chaos, turmoil. And so you're trying to figure out, like you're trying to approach this in a very cautious manner in figuring out what is and is not a real danger and a perceived danger. Like, am I seeing this correctly? Am I fearing something that really isn't going to happen? Blah, 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 things like that. Like what's real, what's not. You foresee something. And this may be something that you're like, if you're like, there's no proof in the pudding, there's no evidence. Like you're looking at something and you're like, I don't see it. But I feel like you see the quote unquote danger. Like you perceive a danger. So you're perceiving a danger. And spirit's kind of like coming in saying, some real, some not, right? Like some of the things that you're projecting are real and some of it is not. And it's kind of like not knowing what's really at stake or what is really something that you should be concerned with and what is just a fear creates that level of turmoil. It's almost like you're going to err on the side of worst case scenario, just to be prepared for something. And so this is the overall energy. Caution is the overall energy. It's the center card here. It's like you are approaching a lot of stuff with caution right now. You just are like, I feel like it's a level of fear until like of what you aren't certain of the unknown. You perceive some level of either travel or change or some like trajectory pivot, possibly creating an upheaval. And so that may be like, you may be coming to spirit for advice, for counsel, or somebody else. Like, what am I, is this real, or am I making it up in my head, or should I really be concerned with this? Would this really actually happen? Like, what? I just get they keep giving me real versus perceived. So you are looking at a situation in a particular way, trying to figure out some type of outcome or course of action or something like that. And you're thinking about certain steps and you're going, is that a potentiality or is it not? Are these dangers real? And that like just the idea that one of them might be real creates turmoil. And so you're really approaching everything with caution. You're not, okay, so somebody's not a full yes, which we've been talking about lately. You're just like, I don't. I mean, if you think this is like some of these are very legit dangers, and danger can be a number of things, right? But something that would create either pain, unpleasantry, something like that within your life. And so you're just kind of like, you can't help but approach everything with scrutiny, a discerning eye, with a level of withholding from it. You know what I mean? Okay, we don't, no more of this. So it's like, okay, I get it. So some of the advice that Spirit's been giving you, you're not exactly keen on taking. You're like, Spirit's trying to give you advice in regards to some level of change or travel, and you're just very afraid of. Here's the thing: it is going to create an upheaval. It's like a tower moment in your life. Upheaval that isn't necessarily bad. It just means it kicks up a lot of dust and dirt in your life, and it's like, that's the thing: is this positive or is this negative? And it's like, you can't help but see the potential dangers in something. But is that or is that not real? The danger that you perceive. So let's find out what they want to say about this. It's almost like I feel like it's half the part of you saying yes to something and the other, but partially not. It's almost like, because if you're not seeing any proof in the pudding, then it almost feels like you've taken a little bit of like you are taking the advice. You are listening to the guidance. But yet there's no evidence that whatever you're being guided to do will work. But then Spirit goes, well, there's no proof in the pudding that the danger you perceive is going to happen either. Okay. New era. Oh. I felt energy off of this, but this one like came through screaming. Like even louder. So this is Night Sun Tarot. I feel a lag in things. You know, I really thought I felt like I was saying it to somebody. There's no proof in the pudding. Like whoever I'm reading for is the one that's saying there's no proof. There's no evidence. And it's almost like Spirit's spitting that right back at you. So it's like a mirror. It's a twofer. So it's like, there's no proof in what you say. Although I feel like lived experience would be proof. But see, isn't that what ego tries to do? Ego will take anything from the past and try to project it into the future and make it seem as if it's an absolute, as if it's certain. And ego can't predict the future. It is just a reflection of the past, things that we've experienced, witnessed, been programmed with. So it's one of those things where it's like, is that really how it will go, though? Okay, Spirit. I can't get away from the idea and notion that there would be a comeback of, I have proof that there's no proof in the pudding. So somebody might be like seeing something currently within their purview, within their environment, within their sights. And they're like, nope, I have, like, there's no proof for what one says. There's perceived proof for the other. Like sometimes the absence of something is proof that one thing isn't true. Just ride along. Ride along, okay? I was saying to Spirit, it sounds like the person's unconvinced, and they said they're unmoved. So like whatever Spirit is telling you, you're like, I'm unmoved by it. You are going to look for evidence of what this advice is saying. It is just, you want some proof in the pudding, period, point blank. Proof in the pudding. I gotta be honest with you, these cards have no energy on them. It's almost as if somebody is blocking and saying, unless you have proof, or this is not open for discussion, because somebody's not open to hearing over and over again, this little way of debating of like, well, your lack of proof proves my whatever. You know what I mean? It's the whole which came first, chicken or the egg, or he said, she said type of situation. And you're just kind of like, it gets us nowhere. Like without the production of proof, it ain't so. Because if one perceives danger and the other one's like, no, this is the way to avoid danger, or there's like, it's like one person is saying there's danger and the other person is like, no, not really. Because that's what it seems like to me. Is it danger? Is it just a perceived danger? And that would, to me, would be the equation of, is it or is it not really? Like, and so someone says, and wouldn't that be up to the person? I'm over here having a conversation with Spirit. Wouldn't that be up to the person saying that there is a danger? Don't we get to determine what is a danger to us? Because then you could get into what the definition of danger really is. And so certain things wouldn't qualify as a danger, but wouldn't the individual get to determine that for themselves as they are the one experiencing it? So I'm going to say that you're in the energy of, this is a danger to me. It creates problems and issues for me where the potential outcome is very unfavorable. I'm going to put this bad boy back up. We're going to talk on this. We're going to get... Hold on. Oh, shoot. Y'all know I sneeze like a million times. God dang it. It's a level of strength and bravery that's required to trust that something's coming towards you. And to have faith that it is. We have the Strength card. We have the Queen of Wands, and then we have the Six of Cups. You know, strength being that, the bravery, the courage. Queen of Wands, to allow something to come to you, to attract things into your life. To remain confident and assured. And then the Six of Cups is always about the optimism, the hope, the faith, the potential. I feel like there would be this is like a stalemate of some sorts. Okay. I just heard with the Queen of Wands to hold steady with that faith. The set of cards that I felt nothing on had Emperor from the other deck, and I still feel nothing. I still feel no energy off of this card. The Emperor is almost saying something to the effect of, like, that idea is, it's not here. It's not in my purview. It's not evidenced. There's no truth or proof of this, of whoever he is. It's as if he doesn't exist, this Emperor. I do get I try to go the route of, okay, it's taking leadership. And they reminded me the ability to wait, the ability to allow something to come in, the ability to receive. And it's like, okay, so what is this? If it's not you, it's somebody else. It's a new path, a new possibility, a new truth or a communication coming through for the Queen of Swords. So really, the Queen of Wands is being in the energy of willing to receive. What is this Ace of Swords? I'm going to start there. Maybe it'll give us an indication as to the Emperor. What is the Ace of Swords? Your wish. Nine of Cups. Joy, your desire, your wish. Who is the Emperor then? If it ain't them, it's a new opportunity, new path. Hidden, somebody you don't know. I fucking told you. The Emperor of the Moon. Who's the Emperor of the Moon? You don't know. It's hidden from you. This is also like your intuition. It's almost as if it's completely hidden from you. You don't know. You're not aware. It's almost as if even the energy of something like this approaching, like you can, like it's like you don't even feel it. Like if you're really good at touching the energy of things coming into your timeline and stuff like that, and Spirit says such and such is going to arrive, you'd be able to kind of like feel through the timeline and touch it, feel it, sense the energies. It's almost as if this one is cloaked. It is removed from your purview, it's just hidden. It's yet to be revealed. Yet to be revealed. resolve this between you and spirit, because the thing is that I feel like being like, no shit, Sherlock. I already fucking said that. If I can't see it, it isn't so. There's no proof in the pudding. Like, you're not seeing any proof of the message that came through. Spirit's advice or somebody else's advice, somebody else's wisdom regarding some level of change or travel. You're expecting some kind of precursor to the event. Like, give me proof before. Give me something before. Because all you can see is it creating upheaval for you. And you can't get rid of the idea or notion that that would create some level of upheaval. That would actually, that there's danger coming in. I don't know if it's like, I'm not saying yes to a change or a travel until I know for certain on the other side of something, everything's going to be good. But it's also, I feel like something's not good right now. So how are you going to tell me something's not good right now? What's not good right now? Maybe the upheaval is ongoing. Maybe the upheaval is like something that's been in existence or has already started, and you're like, I don't see how it's going to take me out of this. There's some change to your limitations to being bound. There's going to be a release. It's going to release you from that. But it's not here right now. I feel like I just walked up into somebody's argument or conversation with spirit. Like, you know, when you walk into a room, you're like, just go. I'm going to see myself out. I'm just going to go. Because right now I feel like I'm doing this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I don't feel like I'm making the situation any better. It's almost as if I am peeping in. You know, like when you crack the door to something and you're like, what's going on? And you just hear this back and forth. And like, I don't have anything to add to it. I don't have anything to tell you to make it better. They're not giving anything to make it better. Like, I can't say anything to them. You know, it's like, you're just like, I'll just see my way out. You know what I mean? And so it's just weird. This is just weird. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna put my hair back up. There's just some days that I don't like my hair gets on my nerves. Up, down, I don't care. It's getting on my nerves. So this, I just don't get it. I don't understand why I'm reading on it if I'm not gonna give any level of clarity to you or guidance. What do you fucking want to tell them about this? If somebody's already standing in the midst of a perceived danger, turmoil, and upheaval, they just said a projection of upheaval, and I'm like, does it fucking matter? Does it matter in this situation? Because right now, they're not open to the woo up there. Doesn't matter. To them, I'm like telling spirit, like, your idea of everything's gonna be fine is your perception. It's your projection. Based upon how you feel. Because what if something happens and you're like, oh, you're fine. And they're like, no, the fuck, I'm not. They get to determine that. So I'm just saying, does it mean that what they fear is going to happen as a result of what they are standing in the midst of is not going to happen then? Then just fucking say that. I mean, this is the closest we get. Yes, there will be a release from whatever has a hold on you. The level of hesitancy. Like, I keep looking at any deck and I'm like, are you going to be able to say something to make it better? And none of it felt like, are you going to be able to give some clarity? Are you going to be able to say something different? Are you going to be able to put their mind at ease? Are you going to actually be able to address this? And like all of them, the decks are like, they're quiet. I'm like, okay. So I'm just choosing. Let's talk about timing. This quote unquote, they're taking your advice. They don't see any proof in the pudding. All they see around them is reason to have caution. And they are not going to lift that caution up. I just feel like some person has very desires for the present moment and maybe even needs that are just not being met. And so anything promised, even if it's just a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days later, is like it's already late then. Like, what would be the purpose of? I feel like whoever I'm reading for is like, there's no purpose in what I'm experiencing right now. And there are times where I can look at situations where I can go, yeah, I would agree. Like some people, everybody always wants to make it seem like there's purpose in your pain. No, the fuck, there's not. Sometimes the purpose is pain. And it doesn't necessarily give anything to the situation or circumstance. And is quite frankly unfucking necessary. So spirit. Gift. Win. Because I feel like at this point they don't give a shit about that. Okay, so for somebody, there's a level of, I rarely get this with these cards, but for somebody, there's a level of like legalities. There's some type of like red tape or something like that, right? Like there's some type of either there's a legally binding contract or some type of court involvement, judicial involvement that is going to bring about. It's almost like signing off on a contract though, because like the jurisdiction is like when the judge signs off on something, it is an order, it is final. And so there's a finality. There might be this choice of a particular contract, choice of some legal documentation, some type of signing off on something. There's a gift in that that's gonna it's like you know how like when you have like insurance and stuff like that, and the insurance has to do paperwork because this is gonna be like notarizations, notarial acts and stuff like that. Like there's some level of signing off on something that finally occurs on some documents or something like that brings in this, and that can take a myriad of things, like severance packages, right? Severance packages will you have to like sign legally from your employer and stuff like that. This could be some like a divorce decree. This could be a contract that you have, like a new person or getting out of an old contract, right? This could be legal situations for other people that impact your life that then brings in a level of good fortune, right? Um, and it just represents the ending of one thing and the beginning of something else. It's almost as if this is what it is. This fortune, this fortune, money for some comes when something ends and the other thing begins. Quiet today. Everything's quiet today, David. It is what it is, right? Clarify adjudication in court. Really soon. Really, really soon. Like it comes to you. It's right next to you. For some, this could also be like leases and things like that, because we've got like judicial something. Like I'm just getting court. I'm getting something legal with legal binding documents. It could be a lease because we have the family room card, which talks about apartments, things that you rent, buildings, that kind of stuff, small enclosed spaces and everything else like that. But it's also really close, real nearby, right next to you. It's almost imminent. So there is some type of release legally or judicially or contractually that's happening. On the bottom of the deck, we have sudden wealth here with the great fortune. This could be like something showing up like a gift, but it's like you have to sign for it, right? So I'm just trying to think of anything my peon little human brain can think of, okay? If you were to win the lottery, you have to go and sign documentation and things like that. And because it's legally binding, like you have to do things like that. And it marks an era of an end and a beginning. And it's happening really soon for somebody. Okay, I'm gonna put that up because that obviously is not gonna be for everybody. But what about for those who are dealing with turmoil, upheaval, and perceived danger right now in this present moment? And they're just supposed to wait for it? Like, give me more on this one right here specifically, please. That doesn't even feel. Ah! Hold on. I wasn't even done asking. I feel like the cards are just hopping for some reason. Courtship and high honor. Clarify that, please. Let's see if they just want to jump out. Courtship and high honor. What does that fucking mean? Okay, so I knew that. Oh. There's like a new contact that's going to improve a situation, or so weird, guys. We have the courtship card and the high honor, which is all about new contacts, networking, new people, chance encounters. We then have the high honor card, which is either recognition or rewards, or it is the improvement or elevation of a situation, right? Or somebody meeting somebody who has a lot of influence, a lot of power, a lot of authority. right? High honor, someone held in high regard, somebody of a high status. Then to clarify it, of course, we had the child card, which is all about new beginnings, new starts, something in its infancy or something that's very fresh, right? So obviously new context, new person coming into someone's life that is probably at a distance is what I want to say. I don't know what the adjudication here is. It's almost as if I keep getting, like, again, there's a determination that happens. This fucking came out again. And this determination either it brings something to a close. This, like, it's almost like even if you were to apply for a loan and then you finally get the approval, right? Like a home loan or something like that, because that shit takes forever. There is literally a level of unexpected income that you don't see coming. And that is going to allow you to fulfill your wish, distant horizons. So let's start with coffin. What's ending? Whatever's troubling you, we got false person for the coffin. See, like, this is like almost like unexpected money that you didn't realize was yours because this is the thief card. It's almost like something tied it up, held it up, that type of thing. We have poverty and a courthouse. Oh, well, that makes sense with the poverty. That's so funny that you wrote that, David. The poverty card coming out with this, because these are legal documents right here that have to be signed on. And then it's like you get to get moving on your. Let's make sure that kind of came out right as you typed that. So it might be a matter of confirmation for you, but let's make sure this is, what is the ending? Look at the false person back. What is the ending? What is the coffin? Clarify the coffin for me. Well, I can tell you, this is not necessarily it. Because the coffin, somebody's already in upheaval, danger, turmoil. So great fortune and community, like, it's like, that's not what's ending. You're not in that right now. The community card is all about your support systems and things like that. It is also, the community card is like help, resources, etc. So what is the coffin signaling? What's ending? What is coming to a close? They are on their own fucking trajectory, okay? They are having their own conversation. Screw what Shauna says. Okay, well, at least that makes sense. Okay, thank you. So you're going to get word of this. You're going to get word of this. It will be communicated to you. There's going to be help, resources, a more positive environment, something that you're going to get some kind of a approval, determination, something to that effect. And I assume this is what they're talking about. The change is going to be despair, like getting out of poverty, getting out of this isolated deprivation. Does that make sense? Okay. One more time and we'll wrap it up because, okay. Hi, how are you? Oh, ooh. Just a second. Oh, good Lord. That's definitely, well, oh, David, that's the travel. We've been talking about, yeah, I know. We've been talking about travel. Ooh. Ooh, and a trip and things like that. And that might be the trip. What? Okay. We'll go this one more route to find out what is, so obviously something is being hidden. An aspect is being hidden that you're not aware of. You don't know how it's going to go. It is going to be a direct release of whatever is holding you down. Okay. And does require a level of allowing it to happen and receiving it versus trying to force it. So what are they supposed to fucking do right now until then? I don't think you think your timetable is as whoever this is for. I'm getting the energy of my timetable is not Spirit's timetable. Like there are certain things that need to happen right now that should have happened yesterday that there are real world repercussions for. Again, it's almost as if it's in the room with you. Family room is very tightly enclosed spaces. When it's talking about timing, it's like exceptionally close. It's almost right next to you. There may be a message in regards to family for some. Because we've got your anxieties or right here, right now, or what you have accessible to you in this moment in regards to what you are so very anxious about is, I don't know how this goes, but look at this. Either this is family support, soul family support, but what you have right now to help you with this or whoever these motherfuckers are. We won't ask. Like, what in the what? Okay, I'm like, where's the card? I don't know, but I feel like this is like, we got the marriage card coming out. So this is partnership. It is almost saying that what you have in this moment are those that are around you that are willing to help and support you, that are in this with you. I don't know what you're facing. You just gotta decide. Like this is like crossroads. You got to choose. You got to be a part of. It's almost like go into partnership with or rely on somebody and say yes. But I get a very close feeling. That almost feels like mother-daughters or like a female group. I just feel unsatisfied with whatever that was. I feel like that's definitely not for everybody because not everybody got a support system. Unexpected income. I don't know. These are all different scenarios, guys. Maybe here's the thing. There'll be some unexpected money coming in for someone a part of that group. Because that female card came back out, main female. I just gotta be honest with you. For some, maybe what I have said is satisfactory enough. But it's like I also feeling that like some people are just gonna be like, yeah, there's no proof in the pudding. And there's no amount of consoling. Like it's just gonna have to unfold how it's gonna have to unfold. And you're gonna have to trust, you're gonna have to take the advice of spirit, and just like there's not much. Again, there could have been something that was kept from somebody. If that was, like, again, I'm still getting family, because I think we're still on that one. The 3 females, it's like almost like something unexpected coming into one of them, one of the group. But it feels as though something, like there was a lie, a dishonesty, an untruth. Somebody's been... it feels like money coming in or something unexpected coming in because of this, like somebody hid something from you, somebody disguised something, kept something from you. And then we've got this, which just feels like very like parental. I can't get away from the family dynamic. And so there may have been something in regards to someone's parents or an elderly couple that this is getting some specific stuff. When I do this, sometimes I have readings and then at the end it's like they'll give me a bunch of scenarios of how it pans out. I'm like, oh, okay. And so it's like there's some truth that's revealed, something that comes through, unexpected income. How is it going to come through in time? Like maybe that's what's being like something's waiting to be signed off on. I hate to say stuff like this. Maybe it's an inheritance because we had 3 women, one of them being the mature woman. So like, like mother-daughters, I said that. And then if there's like a male that's no longer with anybody, or maybe there's been something hidden from the family in regard, like that they're not aware of, that we weren't informed of, that is finally being signed off on. You Lord, you'll get information on it. You will get a message. There's too many scenarios. There's a lot of legalities, so I will tell you that in this situation where if it's a contract, if it's this, if it's that, it's like this decision, this information, this finality, this like I'm getting the judicial card again, the jurisdiction card where the judge is on the bench and it's like they got to sign off on something. It's been locked up for quite some time. We're looking at like these are locked up for a long time. Pathway can be like years, 1 to 2 years type of time frame. So if something has been locked up or missing or MIA for quite some time. And whatever this is revealed, whatever comes to you is going to improve your situation greatly. It's going to give you your wish. It is going to allow you to move closer to your desires. So something's been locked up in limbo or just not able to get to you, and it's coming down the pipe. It's coming through. Alrighty, I hope that reaches whoever it's meant for. Hope y'all have a fantastic and wonderful day, and I will hop on again later this week. Yeah, maybe that's what's, God, there's so much here. It's so much like documentation, legalities, like I don't know how to explain it, but I don't do that a lot. It doesn't like I just that's my not the first go-to thing for the jurisdiction and courthouse card because there's so much. Like even like with the marriage card, marriage is not the first thing. You have to have other accompanying cards, but that had all of it. I was like, oh, that is definitely like some legal stuff happening. So. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, and marriage is like legal contracts, partnerships, things like that. Yeah. In an agreement, that kind of thing. So there was a lot there. There was a lot that was like they were making sure we're talking about something legal, something binding, something, you know what I mean? That almost has to get the stamp of approval, has to go through a process, all that kind of stuff. So whatever it is, it's coming through, and it seems like it's meant to come and show up fast. Let's ask about that. What's the speed at which, thank you, this is going to come through? Can you give us an inkling of the speed at which something's going to come through? Yeah. Oh. Hey, Peter. Hey, Jessa. Yeah, Jessa. Having a conflict in my job. See, there's a lot of that. It's about to happen. Whatever finality or determination. That was the word. What's the speed at which something is? This is not giving me timing. Somebody's like, look, I've been having to have too much faith and belief that something's going to come through. It's creating a lot of conflict within them, just waiting. Because you get the high priestess, something that should be happening. A high priestess, you may be usually, again, remember I said you couldn't feel the energy of whatever it is. It's almost cloaked from you. And so you're like, you can't even tap into this energetically speaking. No wonder I said that. High Priestess. This is something that somebody would normally be able to do. So it's like that's why you're like, if there's no proof in the pudding, because I can't tap into this on a timeline energetically, knowingly through my intuition. I just have to have the faith that something's being said and there's some magical something out there. I can even feel like, sometimes we can feel stuff approaching and we can feel something and it's like, I can't gauge the timing. I can't, like, my intuition is off and it's got me all up in my head. It's creating a lot of mental conflict because I'm just having to wait. Like, somebody doesn't like just having to be in the energy of waiting for something to come to them. The Queen of Wands allows things to flow in, doesn't force anything, doesn't chase after anything. And it's like there's a level of difficulty with this in doing that. I don't know. We're asking about timing. When is this going to come in? And I know that's cloaked, but we're asking about when the message that something has been determined is going to come through. When's the message of determination coming through? Will they be doing this shit on purpose? That was like probably 12 cards. I don't know which one came out first, so I can't. All I heard was be on the lookout. We have the Chariot card, which can be fast moving because the Chariot is emblematic of something that was locked up now being freed. So the two sphinxes, two horses trying to go in two opposite directions is not going nowhere. It may have been locked up in the processing, the judicial system, waiting on a determination, like all kinds of stuff, right? And so the Chariot is everything being in alignment and being on par now. And so therefore it has the appearance of it is success and victory, but it has the appearance of such fast movement, even though they've already told us, no, it's been years. It feels like 1 to 2 years. It's something has been locked up for a long time, or something surrounding this is for a long time, like the process. And it's like this right here, the Chariot is almost like, now that everything's on par, like all line items are finished and completed and done and whatever, it can real fast, right? And the Queen of Swords is, they're giving me the eagle eye view, like can see it. Like she's the one that sees, right? She pulls out objectively and she knows she can see. But when I saw her, they were like, be on the lookout. So this feels like it's been unlocked and now it is coming through. So there's something about it, some level of communication coming through fast, some determination coming through fast. When does it arrive? Being on the lookout for it almost makes me feel like, look at your inbox, look at your email, look at your, I can't imagine anything legal would be happening through the DMs, but go to your mailbox, look at your snail mail, all that kind of stuff. Like you need to fast. Whoo, bitch, about time. Because Spirit's like bringing this through. Fastest moving tarot card in the entire deck. Don't give me the bullshit. Chariot is not. Chariot is about the overall energy, the greater force and momentum behind something, not the speed. The major arcana is the greater notion of something. The details of how that transpires is in the minor arcana. That's what the minor arcana is to the major. It's the details of the energy that's happening. And so when you're looking for timing, I'm always going to look for this. And given that, generally speaking, in a traditional Rider-Waite, there's like see how all the wands are going towards, and it's also communication. All wands are going towards the same direction. There's no conflict. They're all in alignment. I told you. That's what I said about this. Everything's in alignment. It's happening. It's coming through very fast. If you were to look at actual, the suits, wands are within days. Okay? Wands are within days. But this is exceptionally fast. All right, we're going to leave it at that. I I hope that helps. Now I can get off. I feel more satisfied. Oh, let me see here. See, lots of people have been illegal. Maybe up to a week. No books. Oh. Oh, I get it. No book. Yeah, because I was like, I'm not doing that. We're not going there. But yeah. All right, guys. I hope you have a fantastic and wonderful day, and I will see you again later. Okay.